Hey Astro Kids, and welcome back. This is your July 2020 horoscope for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And I do recommend this for your rising sign. But before we get into this, I want to mention that I am currently offering a class on astrology in the Facebook group Astrology Class with Daquan Jones. Feel free to contact me or to follow the link in the description and in the comments to go ahead over to join in on that group. It is an online pre-recorded module where you can go through session by session. There are quizzes, there are activities and assignments in there as well to help you in astrology. So if you are interested, I will leave the information for that down in the description as well as the comments. So let's get into this. Now, coming into July 2020, for those of you with Aquarius rising, this is a lot that is going on subconsciously, as it has been for a very long time now for those of you with Aquarius rising. You may also feel this if you are an Aquarius sun or moon, but once again, I recommend this for your rising sign. So we have had a lot go on back in your 12th house, where there has been Pluto, Saturn, and Jupiter, and Saturn has moved out into your first house, where we have been in this Saturn retrograde in Aquarius since May. And now coming into July on the 1st, we have Saturn stationing retrograde in Capricorn. So now Saturn is moving back into its previous location back in your 12th house, where there has been a lot of subconscious changes that have been happening here for those of you with Aquarius. So sitting back in your 12th house, there has been this great transformation. There has been this internal work of breaking down these subconscious blocks and these subconscious walls for those of you with Aquarius rising. And so this is a big moment for those of you with Aquarius rising to continue to release and let go of these subconscious blocks within you, especially as Saturn is coming retrograde back into your 12th house, where this is revisiting the fears, revisiting the blocks, big time in your reality, in the way that you are perceiving the world through your subconscious. And remember that this is going to strongly impact these parts of yourselves that are hidden beneath the surface. And so for those of you who feel that everything is okay within your conscious environment, you feel that you are fine, that you are doing okay, make sure that you are diving deep and resolving any of these subconscious blocks that you were unaware of. So this is a big time for those of you with Aquarius rising. If you want to journal, if you want to have a dream journal, to write down your dreams, if you are someone who strongly remembers your dreams, this is a big time for meditation, to really take that time to go deep within, to reflect, to look and see once again if there are any blocks that need to be removed deep down on a subconscious level. So this is strongly affecting those of you with Aquarius rising. Now, also, following that, on the 5th of July, we have a full moon lunar eclipse in Capricorn. And so once again, affecting your 12th house. And remember that this all started out with a full moon penumbral lunar eclipse in Sagittarius that happened there back in your 11th house, where this has been the ultimate release of those around you who no longer serve you, those visions and goals and dreams that no longer serve you. Coming into this space now where we are finally releasing and letting go of anything involving those friendships, those groups, those wishes, those dreams that are still there on a subconscious level. And so as you have been removing these blocks on a conscious level, we still have more to go deep beneath the surface, right? This is a glacier moment where there is more than just that top piece of the glacier, but there's more to go deep down beneath the surface for those of you with Aquarius rising. So big time, that is the image that I'm getting for those of you with Aquarius, is that glacier of really needing to go deeper and deeper beneath the surface to make sure that there are no longer any more blocks. And this full moon lunar eclipse is a big moment of releasing those subconscious blocks, as that solar eclipse was the activation of your sixth house, where this has really been a big time of focusing on your work life, focusing on your daily routines, making the adjustments in your life that are needed. And so this is a big time of really releasing any sort of addictions, any sort of unhealthy patterns or behaviors or cycles that are plaguing you, that are holding you back from your goal, from what you want to see yourself accomplish here. And following that, on the 12th of July, we have Mercury stationing direct in Cancer. And for those of you who have been following along with the horoscopes, you know that on the 18th of June, we had Mercury station retrograde in the sign of Cancer. So this has been nearly a month now that we have been cycling through this Mercury retrograde, and this is coming to a halt here on the 12th of July, where this is a big moment of, now that you have been revisiting your patterns, your cycles, your daily habits and routines, and making sure that everything is healthy, that everything is of value to you, now it is time to do the work to clear it. So once again, along with that full moon lunar eclipse where we're clearing subconscious patterns and blocks, we're also doing it in the physical as well, with Mercury coming direct. So this is a big month for those of you with Aquarius rising. And again, you may feel connected to this if you are an Aquarius sun or moon, but big time for those of you with the Aquarius ascendant, that this is a big time of clearing out these old patterns, behavioral cycles that are no longer serving you in your life. Forming new patterns, new cycles that are better for you, which is what we will see here with this Cancer new moon on the 20th of July. And remember that we started this eclipse season off with a Sagittarius full moon penumbral lunar eclipse that kick-started this eclipse season. And so we did not start with a Gemini solar eclipse. Instead, we are here where we're seeing a second Cancer new moon. And so coming into this new moon, this is a second opportunity to start something fresh, something new here in your work life, in your daily routines. This is a big time of changing your patterns and behaviors. Once again, that is the big theme here for those of you with Aquarius rising, is really going in and changing those patterns, those cycles, those behaviors, really looking into your daily routines and habits and making sure everything is healthy and of true value and worth to you in your life. And so this new moon is opening up a brand new, fresh start for many of you here in your work life, in your routine, in your daily habits and behaviors. There's a lot that is here to change. And this is a big moment of, are you going to step up into this new role? Are you going to take on these new behavioral patterns? Are you going to finally change your previous habits and routines that no longer were of service to you? And that Cancer solar eclipse was that big moment of really pushing you into that new beginning, into that cycle of change. This one is going to have to be a conscious decision, as this is not a solar eclipse. This is a normal new moon that is pushing us into the new lunar cycle here. And so this is a big time of really understanding, are you going to clear and clean out these habits and routines that are no longer here to serve you? Because the universe is no longer pushing you. This time the universe is here to give you this choice of whether you are going to go through with this or not. Now, the last thing here is the sun entering into Leo. So this is the sun entering into your 7th house. And as the sun is entering into your 7th house, this is really putting a spotlight on your work life, on your business partners, on your romantic relationships for some of you. This is really putting a spotlight on your interaction with others and with your professional life. And so there is a lot, once again, that is changing as far as your work, as far as your routine, your patterns. Many of you changing the way that you are going about your work life, the way that you are going about your routines. You have had to go through this massive change here of really having to go in and work on new ways of approaching your physical reality. And so this is a big shift here that is happening as the sun is coming into your seventh house. You may be creating new friendships, creating new business partners, new contracts, right? You may be interacting with others who serve your new purpose, your new habits, right? So you are strongly bringing in others who are supporting your new habits, your new behaviors, your new routines that you are here to put into place for those of you with Aquarius rising. So that is a look at the major transits that are happening here in July for you. I'm also going to take a look at the cards. And for the cards, I pulled from the Connolly Tarot deck, the Rider Tarot deck, and the Black Moon Astrology deck. So first of all, starting out here with the Rider Tarot deck, the first card we have is the Queen of Cups. Big time for you to do what nurtures you, right? And we talked a lot about this, where this is a time for you, Aquarius, to really consider what is it that is healthy for you? What is it that nurtures your soul in terms of your behaviors, in terms of your patterns, your cycles, your routine? This is a big time of really clearing out and letting go of the things that no longer serve you, the things that don't nurture your soul, the things that are not of benefit to you, and really tapping into what does serve you, what is of the true worth and value to you in your life. Following that, we have the Four of Wands. It's a big time to really, once again, do what celebrates you, to do what is of a healthy routine to you in your life. So this is a time for you to celebrate life. This is a time for you to do what brings you joy, to do what serves you, to do what brings you the highest, greatest value. And again, some of you might even be entering into new relationships or considering marriage down the road, as this is a sun in your seventh house. But this is a big time, even for those of you who are considering new business partners, new friends. This is really a time of a reunion, of a union, of a connection, where you are doing what you love, where you are doing what serves you to the highest, greatest good. And following that, interestingly enough, we have the next card in the sequence, which is the Five of Wands, where this is a big time of needing to face the inner conflict, needing to face the difficulties and the challenges within. And again, that goes along with all of that subconscious work that you are doing and that you should be doing to serve your highest, greatest good at this time. And so with the Five of Wands, it really is a big time to address the challenges and difficulties that you need to work on in order to move forward into your victory, into your success. Because remember that next card following the Five of Wands is the Six of Wands, that victory card. And so it really is a big time of fighting your inner battle, fighting your inner conflict, and really finding the peace, finding this ability to clear out those challenges and difficulties that you are feeling internally. So a lot of subconscious work to do to unblock yourself for those of you here with Aquarius rising. Now, following this from the Black Moon Astrology deck, the first card we have is Jupiter Return in Reverse, right? And this is a big moment for you to really understand, and we saw this with Libra, where this is a big time where you can succeed, where you can bring in a lot of success, a lot of joy into your life, but are you blocking it? And remember that we talked about how the answer to this is to reevaluate, is to go deep within, right? We have that Mercury retrograde going on currently in your sixth house, where this is a big time of really looking at your blocks, at your patterns of your cycles, and making sure that everything is healthy. But even on that other end, where we have Pluto, where there's a lot of transformation that needs to happen there in your 12th house of your subconscious, where there are a lot of blocks going on, both on the surface, but more so internally, where there is a lot here that you want to revisit, that you want to look deep within and really reflect on to make those necessary changes. And so, a lot of you making changes as Mercury comes direct here on the 12th of July. Next card here is the ninth house in reverse. Are you lacking faith at this moment? And so it really is a big time of needing to believe in yourself, needing to believe in your vision, in your goals of where you're headed, and really taking the time to really develop and grow in who you are by really removing these blocks, really finding this balance. Next card here, Libra. Big time to really go within and to find that peace, that balance, right? We talked about that Five of Wands, where it's time for you to clear this inner conflict, this inner turmoil, which are you still holding on to old blocks and patterns from the past that are holding you back, that are holding you back from your purpose, that are holding you back from where you are headed, from your mission, from your goals, right? And following that, going along with that is this next card, Yod, right? This is about your destiny, your purpose, your calling. What is your higher calling at this moment? Are you following that, or are you stuck in patterns and behaviors that are holding you back from moving into the direction of your divine calling? And so it really is a big time to take a look internally and see, what is your calling? What is your purpose? And are you blocking yourself? Where are these blocks? Where are these challenges internally that need to be addressed at this time? Many of you needing to take action now. Aries is our last card here from the Black Moon Astrology deck. Time to act now. Time to take the initiative to go in, to do your shadow work, to really look within yourself and to look at those wounds, to look at those struggles, those difficulties, and to address these parts of yourself. So for those of you with Aquarius, this is a big time of shadow work. This is a big time of inner healing. It's a big time of subconscious work. Coming from the Connolly Tarot deck, our first card here is the Three of Wands in reverse. So once again, are you blocking yourself from your journey? Are you blocking yourself from the quest, from the mission? It's a big time of really taking that journey to move forward in your life, to remove the distractions, to remove the blocks, to remove the challenges, and to keep moving forward towards your success, towards your victory. And interestingly enough, we have the Queen of Cups here, which was that first card from the Rider Tarot deck. So, two Queen of Cups here is your confirmation that this is time for you to release these old patterns and blocks and distractions and challenges internally that are blocking you from allowing that flow in your life. It is time for you to tap into what is truly nurturing and fulfilling to you, into that creative flow that brings you that joy and that harmony in your life. So don't block yourself at this moment. Allow that flow. Five of Swords. Are you up for the challenge? Are you up for the challenge to learn something new, to take on the lesson? The lesson to really find that peace, that harmony, that joy, to really work on those difficulties. Because remember that when we're dealing with swords, we are talking about the struggle, the conflict, the difficulty, the agony. And this five is strongly connected to change, where we are moving from the past and continuing ahead. So are you ready to let go of your internal struggles? Are you ready to let go of your conflicts and to take on the challenge to learn, to grow, to develop, to move forward along your path, to invite that change into your life? So that was your horoscope for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising for July 2020. If you enjoyed this, feel free to leave a like as well as a comment. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell. And if you are interested, feel free to join the group Astro Metaphysical Love and Light on Facebook. It is a free group where you can share your spiritual wisdom, motivational advice, peace, and love. And I want to thank you all once again so much for joining. I will see you in the next video.